What's going on, and welcome back. Man, if you guys caught my last video, you know we got a few problems with my 2016 Mustang GT Project Stepchild. Got a few things to fix today. Hopefully it won't be too bad, but man, let's get into it. Let's get this thing going. So if you caught my last video, you know that I had a few issues at the drag strip, and it appears that I bent the passenger side front differential mounting bolt. So I'm gonna have to tear things apart on the passenger side. The driver's side looks good, so I may just leave it as is. I don't know yet. Depends on how long this takes me to disassemble this and get a new bolt. So we'll see what happens. We're gonna start with the passenger side, see how it goes, and maybe do the driver's side. I would like to change both bolts, but I may not have to, because I may have to go with a grade 8 standard bolt. I'm not sure yet. I have to see what I can get quickly to get this repair done, because I don't have much time before Ford takeover. So anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. Let's start tearing it apart. If I find anything crazy along the way, I will definitely bring it to you guys, but I'm gonna do a lot of wrenching off camera. So man, bear with me in this video, and I'll get back to you once I get this thing torn down. All right, y'all, so I figured I would save some time and leave the axle attached to the hub. Leave that nut on there, because that's kind of a pain to get off. It's tight the whole way off. So I figured leave the axle on there and take as few nuts and bolts apart that I have to in order to pull it off there. So, but there's the axle. Axle is out. Let's see. Let's take a look under the car. Let's see what we're looking like with this bolt, if I can get in here. So there's the bolt in question. As you can see, the axle is not in the way anymore, so that way we should be able to get to that bolt. Yeah, it's just a matter of pulling it out. So let me get that done, and I'll be back. All right, y'all, so I got the bolt out, and it's not as bad as I thought it was, but it still appears to be bent. I'm gonna roll it on this table so you can kind of listen to it and see what it sounds like. If you notice, it'll settle. If you notice that little rocking back and forth, I had another bolt, or the good bolt, I actually used. That's the bent one that goes in the rear of the differential. I had the good one, and I've actually used it. So I rolled it on the table, just like I did this one, and it rolled nice and smooth. It didn't settle like this. So this is slightly bent. It's hard to tell, it's hard to see, but it's definitely bent. Yeah, I don't know if you can look down it and see that it's bent, but yeah, we're gonna change it anyway since I've got it out, might as well. And yeah, that should do it. It's time to torque it down and get this thing put back together. All right, y'all, so before I got any further, I just want to show that the axle's back in, the knuckle is installed, everything is torqued down. Man, this was actually not too bad of a repair. Yeah, that's pretty good. Do want to point out, if you get the through bolt kit, okay, so what I did is on the front bolts you have a bushing in there, and I'm not sure if I can get you in there. Not sure if I can get you in there to see, but if you can see that aluminum insert, which is right here. So basically what I did is I drilled out that bushing, the metal part of the inside of the bushing, drilled it out to get rid of the threads. Run the bolt through and put a nut on the back side and run it from the back to the front. If you run it from the front to back, like the instructions say, then you're going to have a hell of a time, because you got to drop the cradle. So if you had to replace that bolt, you'd have to drop the cradle all the way down to get that thing out of there. Maybe not all the way, but you'd have to drop it, and there goes your alignment. So basically the way I did it, run it through like that, put a nut on the back side. It was not bad. It was fairly simple, actually. And yeah, just put some Loctite on the threads and put a lock nut on it, and should be good to go. And I do want to show, without the axle in place, I'm not sure if you can see in there, but without the axle in place, you can actually get through and torque the bolt from this side. Basically, you would run your torque wrench down through here and get to that bolt. So yeah, man, everything is back together. These damn extensions. So everything is back together, and I'm about to put the caliper and rotor back on, and yeah, it should be it for this one. And then, oh yes, and I did already put some Loctite on the camber link there and lock that down. Gonna do the same on the other side. I did check the camber on the rear wheels and compared them, and they're really close. So I'm not gonna try to mess with the camber at all. I don't think it really was changed or upset at all by the tire shake or wheel hop. So I'm gonna let it ride. I think everything will be good to go. And yeah, once I get everything back together here, I can go over to the other side and tighten down those two lock nuts on that camber link, and man, we should be good to go. So yeah, stay tuned. Let's get this finished up. So real quick, before I put this wheel back on, we are good to go actually on this side, ready to put the wheel on. But I do want to show you this right here. This is where I had the clearance on the lower control arm for the 15-inch wheels. And I do want to report that there are no markings. I painted it yellow so that I should easily see if something was touching there or rubbing. So as you can see, it's still well painted, so nothing was touching or rubbing there. So that is awesome. I wanted to throw that in this video just to let you guys know that the 15-inch wheel conversion was a success, and it really didn't take a whole lot of clearancing, so that's cool. All right, y'all, so as you can see, stepchild's back on the ground. Got the wheel back on, everything installed, and man, that wasn't too bad. Like I said before, not too bad at all. But yeah, she is ready now for Ford takeover. Just got to get her cleaned up. She is a dirty, filthy mess. But that is going to do it for this video. Man, I'm glad it wasn't any more serious than that, because that could have been bad. That could have been real bad, because I really want to reiterate that that tire shake and wheel hop was no joke. It was terrible. I'm telling you, it was terrible. But anyway, it's fixed. We're moving on. We're ready for Ford takeover. Like I said, just got to get stepchild cleaned up. We're good to go. So hope you liked this video. If you did, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, because we are about to go to Ford takeover, and we'll see you on the next one.